So once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 4 of the Stallions Teens Cup 14 and Under Division. And we are here at our live venue at the AYSN Sports Center dito sa San Juan City, as we have just experienced the first two games here, as we see that opening basket here by Celsius. That was a fast break layup by Emmanuel Catabian. What a great way to open the festivities here para sa Celsius. As you see Lanaria going for that floater, that lefty floater, sporting that all-green jersey. Together with those Grinches, the Kobe 6. Great shoes there for this Tapa Mama's athlete. Celsius now with the basketball. That was a nice pass to the interior that was tapped by... that was a tap by Antonio Abaya. Antonio Abaya, also one of the leading steals, in the steals department para sa Tapa Mama, with 3.5 steals across his name. And that is the first basket by Jin C. Nice pass to the interior. And a soft touch by the big man, Jin C. And there is a bump, as the action is definitely picking up here for our finale. However, a traveling violation will be called on. That is number 15 for Celsius, Gabriel Lee. Abaya with the basketball, gives it to Lanaria. Jin C looking for his fifth point off the glass and gets it to go down. That is Jin C scoring all the points here para sa Tapa Mama. A quick 5-0 run by himself. 3-point lead right now with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Make that a 1-point lead as Tristan Comia answers right back. Tristan Comia was his first game last Sunday against Auto Guard. And great numbers para kay Tristan Comia. 14 points, 5 rebounds, together with 6 steals by this speedy guard. A pesky defender as well, getting 6 steals across his name. And then one basket right there para kay Jin C. Still has all 7 points here for Tapa Mama and make it 8. Oh, what a wonderful start by the big man. And Catabian is dribbling the ball, breaking the full court press all by himself. And two defenders hounding number 16, Lansco. He will draw the foul. So both team fouls with 2.5 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Just one foul apiece. A little too strong there on the jumper. Oh, sorry, that's not Abaya earlier. That was Ko, who is now in the ball game para sa Tapa Mama. That's Hans Ko. And overshoots it this time. That is Gabriel Lee. And Dong, falls to the floor but gets that pass to go to the wing. And the shot is no good para kay Lanaria. Going all the way. But ball was tapped and it will go out of bounds. Chase Chua tapping that ball, disrupting that play on the offensive end. And Lansco is being hounded by the green shirts. And the drive there, that was number 8. Yeah, Gabriel Tong leaking out and going for that transition layup, drawing the foul. And this was one of the strengths that Tapa Mama had in their previous game, as we have Gabriel Tong making that first free throw. They did a great job leaking out, getting some stops and fast break points para sa Tapa Mama. But one thing that they did that they struggled with was opening quarters. In the second quarter, they were scoreless for the first 3 minutes. In the third quarter, they were scoreless with a 16-0 run for the first 4 minutes. That was against Torch. We see an end one basket for Liam Lanaria. First 2 points across his name and getting it in great fashion. Oh, what a shot, a lefty layup para kay Liam Lanaria. And going back to the previous game of Tapa Mama, they were held scoreless for 4 minutes in that third quarter. 16-0 run before Antonio Abaya broke that dry spell for them. Really having a hard time breaking that curse of starting quarters slow. But so far so good here for Tapa Mama. As Chase Chua will add to the total. So if you have just tuned in to this Stallions Cup division 14 and under division in season 4, Tapa Mama right now is the only winless team. As in our game 2 earlier, it was the first win of Eagle. So Tapa Mama really being motivated after Eagle got their first win here today. That was a jumper on the other end. Number 18 for Celsius. That was Luca Coton. Oh, what a spin move. Would have been a great energetic play. That will be a 3-second violation. Komya could have gotten a highlight there as we have this 5-minute mandatory substitution. So just a little background here if you are just tuning in to the Stallion Cup 14 and under division. This is a single round tournament with 5 games each. And of course, the top 4 teams will move on to the semifinals. And these players went through a drafting process where all players joined the combine, where they can see and assess the talent of all players for the parity of the league. And of course, there are a couple of rules here where all players are allowed or should have a minimum of 10 minutes and a mandatory substitution at the 5-minute mark of every first half. So now we are seeing these players changing fives. Now we have Riley Ke and Antonio Abaya checking in for Tapa Mama. Abaya, as we said earlier, 3.5 steals across his name. And that 3-pointer was no good para kay C. Komya. As we've seen this whole first quarter, just breaking that full court press by his lonesome. Nice pass to the interior. That does not get it to go. That was Aidan Naval. Komya will launch it from outside. And here we go, Riley Ke running the floor, and a sorry miss para kay Riley Ke. That is his specialty, but unsuccessful that time. But Aiden Naval will draw the foul. And Aiden Naval, one of the highest scorers here para sa Celsius. Previous game had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. But that time was not ready for that pass. Gets a turnover. So not the best start so far para kay Aiden. But still early in the ball game. Under 4 minutes remaining. As Abaya sees a crack on the defense. No hesitation. Uses the glass. And Antonio Abaya extending this lead to double digits, to 18-6, as we take a timeout for Celsius. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the 4th season of the Stallion Cup 14 and under division. Let's not forget to thank our sponsors, of course, Nike Park Access, the official Nike store partner. Fair and Square, making life easier. Brands you trust, service you deserve, unbeatable price. Boysen, the #1 paint. Crepe Talk Cafe, great tasting crepes, pastas, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, salads, matcha, and coffee. And of course, Celsius, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. And Ogallala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. As we see a basket there by both teams off of that timeout. Still a 12-point lead here in favor of the green shirts. That is Tapa Mama, who have a 0-2 record so far. Still early in the season and trying to turn things around and looking like the stronger team right now. And of course, wag natin kakalimutan ng ating mga officials calling this ball game. We have John Francis Mira together with Jason Vipinoso. And of course, our game announcer earlier announcing the starting fives, Anjo Perey. That was a nice drive inside, but met by a couple of Celsius players. That was C. Who turned the ball over, but oh, what a block! What a block there by Carlos Mitra. That was a defensive play there, fair square defensive play by Carlos Mitra. And driving to the basket was Malyari. Not successful this time around, but another offensive rebound. So Riley Ket tries to go for that three-pointer. Just a bit off to the right for Riley Ke. Komya. Did you see that snatch back dribble? Taking it all the way. Passing it out to the corner. Aiden Naval. First 3 points of the ball game. What a shot by Aiden Naval. Make that his 5th point rather. Riley Ke, soft touch, a floater. Unsuccessful. Naval. Some sort of a heat check there para kay Aiden. And 2 players going for the basketball. Antonio Abaya saving it. That is a perimeter J, and it is good. Carlos Mitra doing it on both ends of the floor. Got a block on the other end earlier, showing us the offensive arsenal. This time, after another steal, it was Jaime Malyari drawing the foul. Malyari, no good on the first free throw. What a great showing here so far para sa Tapa Mama. So far solving their problems in that first game. As that slow start by Tapa Mama was really the reason why it was a semi-blowout victory. Of course, losing to Torch in their previous game, 53-70. Torch, of course, being the undefeated team right now dito sa 14 and under division natin. Pero para naman sa Celsius, they have this 1-1 record, currently at number 3 in the standings. And previous game was against Auto Guard, winning by 11 points, 78-67. And for Auto Guard, they are heavily reliant on their big men. Of course, you have Aiden Naval and Lance Ko, who really have big numbers for them, averaging 14 points apiece. And for the backcourt naman, you have Komya. And like we said, their previous game, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. As Komya gets 6 steals rather, as he gets another one right there. Driving to the middle. And contorting his body, but does not get it to go. Let's see. Gives it to Riley, and Riley will draw the foul. Nice drive to the basket This has been the calling card of Riley Ke. Smooth looking lefty guard for Tapa Mama. But the first free throw is unsuccessful. Maybe felt a little bit of felt some hard contact there on that foul. Maybe disrupting his free throws quite a bit as Comia gives it to Naval. Second time from the outside. It's a bit off to the left. C passes it to Ke. Two-man game between C and Ke. And Mitra with the offensive board. Aiden Naval will go all the way. Second time offensive rebound. Third offensive rebound. Sorry miss there for Naval as the possession will go back to Tapa Mama. So great job by the green shirts going down on defense and disrupting the play, as that will do it for the first quarter. Tapa Mama starting out strong, looking to get their first win as well. They're up by 12, 23 to 11 as we take a break, and we will be back for more second quarter action for the Stallion Cup season number 4. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Stallion Teens Cup season number 4, 14 and under division. This is the finale this Sunday afternoon between Tapa Mama and Celsius, as Tapa Mama has this 12-point lead to start the second quarter. And let's take this time to greet our sponsors, of course. Park Access, the official Nike store partner. Fair and Square, making life easier. Brands you trust, service you deserve, unbeatable prices. Boysen, the number 1 paint. Prep Talk Cafe, great tasting cafes, pastas, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, salads, matcha, and coffee. Celsius, empowering you to live fit and be your best self. And of course, Ogalala, your trusted partner in parenting for many years. As we open the second quarter, and both teams still scoreless. As you see that lefty jumper, that was a jumper by Chase Chua. A good line, but just a little short there, going in and out. Nice drive to the basket. What gets his own miss is Emmanuel Katabian. Ko will dribble it out off his fingers, but it was tapped by Davin Tan. Luca Coton trying from the right wing. That will go out of bounds, back to the green shirts. Tapa Mama has been doing a great job here. They have been forcing those stops and getting a couple of fast break points. As Malyari driving to the middle. Got good intentions there to give it to Chase Chua, but active hands by Celsius leading to a fast break layup. but does not get that layup to go down. Chase Chua doing his impression of Magic Johnson, passing it from the floor. Oh, nice move. That was a nice crossover by Zymer Mama Katao. And still struggling to get